going to push myself out with a stick. Got that in. I think. Yeah, that did work. So use the barge pole that I. Oh, it's not looking good actually over there. Well, as long as there's no willows, it won't fall off. But history does say there is willows. Good day, chip ahoy! In the spirit of chips / crisps, things are being delivered. Just now finished up in, well, left, where are we? Sibson. So there was supposed to be a marina where I was, that was supposed to open in 2020, but in COVID, they couldn't continue with that plan. So it's now like an adventure kind of thing, but they do have some like bankside moorings you can stay in if you need to stay in like a safe space for a bit. Well, I say safe, it's still on the bank, so anyone could sort of, you know, come in. But at least you can stay more than 48 hours, which is what I need to do because I need to move this gal down while still living on the other boat and working in London. So I don't have time to just stay 48 hours. Anyway, we are moving. The weather is one of those heat waves now. It's currently, well, it was 24 an hour ago, and that was at 10 a.m. So it's going up. I think it's going to be like 30, 29, 30 today. It's not too bad being on the water, but I'm a Norwegian, very white gal. Can't do that. It's just me today. Me and 3 locks today. I have some kind of confidence that I can do 3 locks because, as we all saw, I did do a lock alone when Abby was just on the boat and I was doing everything, so that was good. If I could choose, I probably wouldn't do more than 2 alone in one day, but there is no moorings between, so I have to do 3. So my aim for today is Elton lock permissive moorings, so that's just on the other side of the lock, not the lock landing. There's a lot of these guys just sticking up in the middle of the canal. Also, I just want to take responsibility because it has come to my attention. I must have read it and it went in and out. So with the guillotine locks, you are supposed to put the guillotine up again when you finish, so you're leaving it empty. I didn't do that, and I'm very worried for the consequences of the nature of what I've done. And I was reading on the Nene discussion forum on Facebook that some people were getting quite annoyed with people who didn't lift it up after you, just calling it lazy, which I think it is. It is lazy if you do it on purpose. I did not do it on purpose. I completely misread, and I must say the instruction on that guillotine block, very confusing. Fine but great. The River Nene book is a fantastic decision because you can really, there's so much information here that, you know, you can, there's like texts writing about moorings and things to be careful for, and just like pretty much 101 boating on River Nene and boating really, and also on the Environment Agency waterways. Just wanted to say, so I've come from sort of here and I'm driving up, I'm sort of here now. There's a lock here we're going through, and then that one, and then and there's a lock down there as well. So I'm quite depending on the Open Canal app, because this book obviously doesn't tell me exactly where I am, whereas Open Canal does. So it's just nice to know, and it also has like a blue line to where I am going, because there's lots of like tributaries, like small rivers or like waterways. No, you wouldn't even on this map. It looks like they're big kind of sections that you could be confused with, but they're quite like creeks, for example, some of them. But either way, some of them are a bit bigger, and it's just nice to know on the Open Canal map exactly which direction I'm going. And then I also use Canal Plan to plan my journey, which is not an app, unfortunately. I wish it was an app, it would be much easier. It's a website and there's quite a lot of functions on it, but I normally just put in where I start and where I'm ending, and if I'm like overnight somewhere, or specifically if I know where I'm going to be overnight, I'll put that in, and you can select that as an overnight stop, so it tells you exactly how much time it will take and how many locks is between those, you know. I would say I'm going about an hour shorter every time, every journey, but also this one doesn't tell you exactly where you are, so then I have to refer back to Open Canal map. And sometimes, because especially on the middle level, there were some moorings that weren't on both. Well, this River Nene book, and I had actually a middle level booklet, but anyway, you can't follow that, you don't exactly know where you are. So then I was using the what 3 words to know exactly where the moorings are, because the middle level was such a bizarre experience. It was such a narrow, shallow, weedy area that was, I can't believe I did that. Quite a big area. Obviously I didn't take the short way, I didn't go, there's lots of things you can see and lots of places you can go, but again the bridges are so low that you can't, I mean I couldn't go on quite a lot of that section, so I could go where I was going, which was where I needed to go. Maps. And here we've got Wansford pumping station. Now the question is, what are they pumping? That looks clean. How fascinating. Guillotine down. So I'm getting help from someone who was just in the lock, and there was a random person as well, but he just said that the lock sluice gate is misbehaving, so he's called environmental agency, and hopefully I'll get through. Oof. Oh, there it is. Quite the current. Those steps. Okay, get ready, start. That was great. So now I have a travel flotilla for the next two locks today. So that was nice. So we just did that together. Wansford. Well, we didn't really do it together. He was waiting, so he just come through. And then he stuck around to help me. And then I'm gonna go to the first one. Hopefully that's ready and the gate is open, so it's just about waiting for him, I suppose. And we can work together. I was expecting to do this all by myself, and I wouldn't really do 3 locks alone if I could choose on my first go at it. I probably would stick with 1 lock alone, so that's really good luck, considering also I haven't seen a single boat. The lower Barnwell lock is still closed a few kilometres down, and there was another one that's, so Upper Barnwell and Lower Barnwell was closed. They temporarily fixed Upper Barnwell, so hopefully it opens before next week when I'm back on the boat. Managed to, whilst the boat was sort of moving into the lock, I got my rope and I walked up the stairs, and it was effortlessly. And he was even like, wow, I don't even do that. I thought everyone was, you know, I'm like, what are people doing to get onto these ladders? Pull yourself in. But like the second you move yourself away from the side and you end up on the other side, it just becomes a lot of faff. So I thought, as long as I steer and keep to the right, I know that I'll be able to get up those ladders and just prepare with my rope. So I enjoyed that actually. But then he did say, show off. Goodness gracious. Is this how people live when you exit London? You know, this is what you could be doing. Got the Coast Guard ready. Here we go, and open lock. So let's see if I can do it just as good. This was a sharp turn to get out of now, just to confirm. We are closing these gates and then we're opening up. Oh, it's nice. Oh la la. I mean, it is quite clear, Stein. It is quite clear. So then it opens just a bit, and then it empties, and then you open the whole thing. It's cool. We're pressing. We're opening. Look at that. Okay. Too small for this. There we go. Whoop. Closed. Open. Fantastic work, Stein. Okay. Wow. That's a crazy curve, dude. You're coming this direction. Wow. And there's a water point here. But because I said, you know, we're doing these looks together, I don't want to make it mix. And I do have fun. It's just always nice to stop when you go past one. I'm considering I could have, if he's waiting for me and if we're travelling together, we could do the next, because tomorrow I'm just doing Warmington lock, which is a manual lock actually. It's still a guillotine, but you have to do it manually instead of pressing a button. So I was thinking, well, if he's going to trooper on, I could come with, but where I'm going to be tomorrow, I'm going to have to pay for the night, so I might as well just do it tomorrow, and it should be an hour trip tomorrow, so I will do it alone tomorrow instead. What's up? Right, yes, that was Yarwell Lock there, and I'm pretty much just here now. And then we're gonna come down here to Elton Lock, and I'm more up here. The other one I thought went down because the landing was so abrupt that I thought I was expecting to see flames and stuff. But now I've got this guy on tape, so at least we know he's made it this far. A weir, look at that! In the tree. I wonder if that was growing there or if it just has floated in there. Probably floated, I would say. They're jealous of me though. They see, oh, there's a little boat on the river. Wouldn't that be nice if I had a boat instead of this plane? I think that's what they're thinking. Oh, look at that little canal boat. What a dream. Hey, shall we sell this plane? We can get 50,000 canal boats. We're back in Weed Central. Look at that. Oh dear. Hi guys. Elton Lock. I have a feeling that my friend's been waiting for a while, so he might have gone through. Wouldn't blame him. He was a bit quicker than me. We'll see, but I'm happy to do it alone if he has. You know, my newfound confidence, all is well. My little effortlessly walk along the gunnel up the stairs. You know, they call me eloquent. Hey, there it is. Is he there? I think he's inside. He is, he waited. Oh, that's lovely. Cute. She looks tiny. she's 43, this guy's 57. 57, sorry. That's Elton Lock done. I'm supposed to be mooring up here, but there's lots of boats. I'm so angry, there was no space. And there was something like on the other side, but like that I probably could have moored at, but I didn't. And then I was like, should I reverse? Like, it's difficult to reverse. And it was, you know, and then I just came so far, and now I was going to turn around and go back to it, but then there's so many reeds, you know, I don't really want to get into the sides, so I'm now driving. I have to keep driving, and where I was going to be tomorrow is one lock away, 1 hour and one lock away, and I might just have to do that now. And I think the other guy is doing that as well though, so that's nice, but it's just so annoying. You'd think like up here it's not as busy, but because those locks have been closed, I suppose people are just congested in those areas. So now I do wonder if it's going to be busy where I am going. It's 7 miles per hour speed limit here, and apparently I'm going in 3. This feels much quicker, but I suppose because I'm used to London. But yeah, this feels illegal. I just want to get there. I mean, I suppose that is, you know, boat life. You can't plan anything. And I've been lucky that things have been deserted wherever I've been pretty much. Okay, here we go. Manual lock. There she goes. And up those stairs she went. The other gal. I think it's going in here. It's not. So we've been here for quite long. The water is still not even level. Jesus Christ. So we hadn't turned it all the way down. It's embarrassing. Okay. Cool. Very horizon like this. Right, so lovely guy named Ben. We did those 4 looks together really, and now hopefully I'm going to end up where I was supposed to end up tomorrow. If there's space, I assume there's space because apparently, so it's Fotheringhay Castle grounds, and the farmer who owns the fields is quite keen, so he comes down and collects the money. I think it's £6 per night. It looks like he owns quite a long stretch, so surely there'll be space. It's 4. It's not too bad. And then I can relax tomorrow, do some work, and then catch my train to Peterborough. No, from Peterborough to London. Coolio. Hey, it's around the bend here. I think that's Fotheringhay. That's a church, I believe, to the left there. But I think where the houses are is where, because I think this castle is the remains. There's not a castle there anymore. It's where Mary Queen of Scots was executed, I believe. Not buried, but executed. I got that wrong earlier. Now it's just about finding these moorings because there's a lot of bushes. Yes, there it is. Brilliant. Okay. So we're moving in. Wow, there it is. That's the castle. Wow. Cool. And that should do it. Wonderful. I'm doing a risky business now. Cool. Nice. So she's going to be here for a bit. That's quite idyllic. Shall I go forward? Well, she is naturally moving forward. I've made it.